So go?
I'm recording the camera.
Okay, so go?
Yeah.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Mascoma Valley Regional High School in Canaan. Division III quarterfinal playoff matchup between Kearsarge Valley Regional High School and Mascoma Valley Regional High School. We've got 6 minutes to play here in the first quarter and a 6-4 lead for Mascoma as they have the basketball. Mascoma in their home white jerseys, trimmed in gold and purple. Kearsarge in their away blue jerseys, trimmed in gold and white. Right now you can see the Kearsarge has the height advantage. Shot from the outside is no good. Offensive rebound by the Cougars. They'll back up and nope, an offensive foul against the Cougars. They'll charge that one to Adrian McCarthy. He's a 6'1 junior, one of the captains on this team. Today's officials refereeing for this matchup, Blake Coulter, Kevin Talcott, and David Lutz. Today's game being brought to you in part by Newport Chevrolet Buick GMC on the John Stark Highway in between Newport and Claremont. Also by ADW Builders, the Mascoma Royals Athletic Booster Club. Also by Mad Willie's Boutique, the Barney Insurance Agency, Enfield House of Pizza on Route 4 in Enfield, Jake's Market and Deli with locations throughout the Upper Valley, Gen Y Creative, MTD Building Contractors LLC, Proctor's General Store on Route 4A, and Vanessa Stone Real Estate. 5:14 left to go in the first quarter. A 6-4 lead for Mascoma over Kearsarge. At the line right now is Chris Stanchfield, a 6'1 junior for Kearsarge. Cougars have struggled at the line early with the foul shooting. And that foul was called against Gabe Rock, so that is his second. Where's number 0 for Mascoma? So he'll have to take a seat on the bench with 2 quick fouls here early in the first quarter. Cooper Peavy, another senior, checks in right now for the Royals as Rock goes to the bench. One of the stars for this team, so that could affect Mascoma, especially on the defensive end. 4 fouls already for Mascoma, only 1 called against Kearsarge. We have 5:11 remaining here in the first quarter. Whistle on a jump ball, and possession arrow will point the way of Mascoma. So on the floor right now for Mascoma, it's Ian Moulton. He wears number 21. Bringing up the ball is Zach Thompson. He's a sophomore wearing number 23. Cole Moulton, the junior, out there as well. They fake the throw to him. Also, Cooper Peavy, the senior who just checked in a moment ago, is on the floor. Zone defense being set up by Kearsarge as Thompson has it, the sophomore, gets trapped, goes back up top. Moulton will reset the offense for Mascoma. 6-4 lead for the Royals. 4:45 to play here in the first quarter. Dribbling to the foul line is Thompson. Gives it off. Peavy thought about the 3. Now we'll just bounce it off to Seiler. Seiler, a star for the soccer team here in Mascoma. Gets it back up top. Here's Thompson once again. So they're working the perimeter defense. Ball goes in the backcourt. Was it tipped? No. So an over and back violation against Mascoma. They held the ball for a good 30 seconds, trying to work the perimeter and look for the good shot or maybe somebody cutting inside, but a miscue, and Kearsarge has the basketball trailing by 2 with 4:20 to play here in the first quarter. Here's Carl with it. Up top, they hand it off. It's McCarthy for a moment with the basketball. Now off to the right-hand side, driving in. It's Jala. Goes up with a shot, no good. But again, he will go to the foul line to shoot 2. And that is team foul number 5 against Mascoma here with 4:11 remaining in the first quarter. Mascoma in a little bit of foul trouble. First one picked up by Zach Thompson. As it was thrown up by Moulton. Rebound pulled down by Kearsarge. Here's Carl over the timeline, being hampered there by Seiler. Off to the right-hand side with it right now is Grant. Now he gives it off, and Stanchfield will try to drive in. Elbow jumper, rims out, no good. And a battle for the rebound. It comes into the hands of Moulton for Mascoma. Gets double-teamed in the backcourt, but easily breaking the press as Mascoma up ahead as they kick it off. And now another 3 ball, this time by Moulton. That one way off the mark, no good. Long rebound comes down for Stanchfield for Kearsarge. Up ahead, here's Jala. Off to the right-hand side. Carl now with it, being guarded there by Moulton. They whip it around the outside beyond the arc. 3:27 to play here in the first quarter and a 6-5 lead for the Royals. Ball goes out of bounds. Kearsarge will still have it. Inbounds pass by McCarthy. Thompson all over him. It goes into the backcourt, and Carl picks it up for Kearsarge. Guarded there by Moulton. Between the legs dribble, tries to take him off the dribble, kicks it out. Right-hand side, 3-ball, up and good. First three-pointer of the game, and it belongs to Nolan Grant, the captain, one of the captains for Kearsarge, and they take their first lead of the ball game, 8-6 with 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Stolen by Kearsarge. Up ahead, they have numbers on the run. Here's Stanchfield with it. Layup is good. 5-0 run for Kearsarge right now with a 10-6 lead and 2:53 to play here in the first quarter. Royals in the front court. Here's Seiler with it, looking for a pick. Seiler looking to work off the dribble. Quick fires the three. That one rims out, no good. And the rebound comes down to Stanchfield in the corner for Kearsarge. A little bit of backcourt pressure by Thompson, and a whistle and a foul, and that's team foul number 6 against Mascoma. So one more, and Kearsarge will be in the bonus for the rest of the half. Big mistake there by Mascoma as they picked up team foul number 6, only one for Kearsarge so far. That's the second foul called against Thompson, so he'll have to take a seat on the bench as well. Royals really shooting themselves in the foot in foul trouble here early on. 3-ball from the corner. That one's thrown up there by Pillsbury. No good. Offensive rebound. That one falls off the rim. No good. And here comes Thompson with the basketball for Mascoma. Seiler with it over the timeline. Seiler looking to go coast to coast. Throws up the shot. That one bounces off the rim and no good. Cougars now with it. Here's Jalla in the front court for Kearsarge. Will pull back, hold it up, kicks it off to the right-hand side to Pillsbury. Back up top. Stanchfield wide open for three. It's good. Kearsarge on a run right now, and Mascoma needs to call a timeout. 13-6. The Cougars on a roll with 2:01 remaining in the first quarter. We will take a timeout as well and be back right after these words. 13-6, Kearsarge on top. 2:01 to go in the first quarter. You're watching NHIAA Boys Basketball Playoffs on the Granite State Sports Network. You good?
Yeah, we're on.
Okay.
I might need to get.
That's 6.
Yeah. I might need to get the AD over here to get the internet password for the jet.
I can put my phone up as a hotspot if you need it. Back here at Mascoma High School in Canaan, New Hampshire. 2:01 to go in the first quarter. 13-6. Kearsarge on a run right now. They've got a 7-point lead over Mascoma. Royals in foul trouble as they've got 16 fouls already. Thompson over the timeline for the Royals. They just called a full timeout, so they've got 4 remaining. Kearsarge with all 5. Royals trying to work the perimeter. Cross-court pass over to Moulton. Fakes the 3. Now kicks it back up top. Thompson will try the 3 instead. That one no good. Rebound again by Kearsarge. And the Cougars crashing the boards here in the first quarter with 1:37 to play. Stanchfield drives in. Whistle and a pushing foul. And with 1:36 to go in the first quarter, Kearsarge already in the bonus.
7-1, guys. 7-1.
So Stanchfield at the line for the 1-and-1. That one back iron, no good. Battle for the rebound, and over the back foul is called against Kearsarge. That one will go against Jalla. Foul incidentally was Ian Moulton's first personal. And so here come the Royals into the front court. Seiler kicks it back over to Thompson. Little two-man game as Kearsarge goes to his own defense. Now Moulton will try the 3. Rims out, no good. And the rebound hauled in by Thompson. Off to the other side. Layup is good. Count it, and the foul. Great hesitation there by Ian Moulton. He saw the defender was going to go up, leaned into him, gets the bucket, and now at the line for the old-fashioned 3-point play opportunity. And that foul will go against Connor Pillsbury, his first. And Moulton at the line. 1:17 to play first quarter, 13-8. Mascoma trailing by 5 points. And the foul shot rims around and it falls through. It's good. Substitution now is Isaac Reno, a senior from Mascoma, will check in. Moulton goes to the bench. 13-9, Kearsarge with the ball, up by 4 points. Thompson is guarding Carl. Carl kicks it off, Stanchfield with it. Dribbles to the top of the key, now kicks it off to Grant. 65 seconds to play in the first quarter. 3-ball by Stanchfield, no good. Seiler comes down with a rebound for the Royals. 57 seconds to play, Royals trail by 4. In the corner, here's Reno for 3, left it short, no good. Kearsarge grabs the rebound. Carl once again in the front court, over to Stanchfield. Cross-court pass, Grant will fire the 3, that's up and good. Another 3-ball for Kearsarge, and they jump out to a 16-9 lead with 38 seconds to play in the first half. Royals in the front court, Thompson with it, off to the right-hand side to Reno. Now back up top to Thompson. Thompson on the right-hand side will give it off to Connor Thompson. Dribbles in all the way to the left-hand side, throws up a wild shot. That's no good. Jallo with the rebound for Kearsarge with 20 seconds to play in the first quarter. Kearsarge up 16-9. Let's see if they hold for the last shot. And it looks like they'll try to. Carl now with it. Guarded shirt to shirt that time by Zach Thompson. Gives it off to Pillsbury. 6 seconds to play in the first quarter. Here's Carl with it. Guarded by Thompson again. Carl kicks it off. 3-ball at the buzzer by Grant. No good. And we've ended the first quarter here at Mascoma Valley Regional High School. 16-9, Kearsarge on top of Mascoma. We'll take a break and be back with second quarter action after these words. You're watching the Division III New Hampshire Boys Basketball Playoffs on the Granite State Sports Network. Seiler? No. Do you need an internet connection? I've got a hotspot.
No, I just got a connection.
You got it? Okay.
Yeah, Dan and Andrew, they always love to use these hotspots. They never work.
Yeah, we were at Mount Royal and I had to use my phone.
Yeah, Mount Royal is not. We got about 20 seconds.
Okay. So we should be streaming now, right? Okay.
We should, everything.
Okay. Welcome back to Mascoma Valley Regional High School here in West Canaan, New Hampshire. Division III New Hampshire Boys Basketball Playoffs. We start the second quarter, 8 minutes up on the board. And Kearsarge, who trailed early with a 16-9 lead over Mascoma. Mascoma with 7 team fouls already here as we start the second quarter. Only 3 for Kearsarge. The Royals got themselves into a foul trouble with some of their key players. They've had to sit on the bench, and Kearsarge is making a run. Nice backdoor cut. And the pass and the bucket is good by Nolan Grant. 18-9 now, Kearsarge on top. Nathan Camp, the coach, in his 12th season for Kearsarge. Silas Ayers, who is a 1,000-point scorer here at Mascoma, is the coach for the Royals. Here's Seiler driving in, double team, whistle and a foul on the floor. And that'll be team foul number 4 against Kearsarge.
That's 2 shots. Isn't he after shooting?
18-9, Mascoma on top. 7:32 to play. Or Mascoma trailing, rather. Fake by Rock. Now goes in the lane, throws up another wild shot, no good. And Stanchfield right there again for the rebound. Kearsarge quickly up ahead, moving left to right. Cross-court pass. Here's Grant. He'll fire another 3. That one off the mark, no good. And the rebound falls into the hands of Rock. Mascoma on the run, 2-on-2. Rock coast to coast. Whistle, and the foul will be called on Grant of Kearsarge. Looked like he got all ball, but Rock on his way to the line to shoot 2, and that's team foul number 5 against Kearsarge with 7:14 to play here in the second quarter. 18-9, Kearsarge on top. First foul shot rims out, no good by the senior Rock. Moulton comes back in. Reno will go to the bench for Mascoma. One more at the line for Rock. That foul, incidentally, was called against Nolan Grant, his second for Kearsarge, so he has to take a seat on the bench. Second foul shot rims around. It is good. 18-10. Kearsarge with the ball, up by 8, 7:10 to play here in the first quarter, or in the first half, rather. Stanchfield on the right-hand side. guarded by Rock. Stanchfield, foul line, kicks it off. This time it's Carl with it. Carl being guarded shirt to shirt there by Thompson as the Royals are in a man-to-man defense. Here's McCarthy with it. McCarthy over to Carl. Carl looking to drive in the foul line. Spins, throws up a wild shot. No good, but he gets fouled. And he will go to the line to shoot two. Sam Carl for Kearsarge with 6:47 to play here in the second quarter and an 18-10 lead for the Cougars. And Carl at the line to shoot two. And let's see who they call the foul on. That's against Gabe Rock, and that is his third personal. So Rock will have to check out of the game now for Mascoma. The first foul shot is up and good by Carl. The senior heading to the bench. Silas Ayers gives him a pound. But Carl will most likely stay there on the bench with 3 personal fouls for the remainder of the first half. Next foul shot, back iron, no good. Mascoma with the basketball trailing by 9 with 6:40 to play here in the first quarter. Kearsarge in a zone defense right now. Now they're switching over to man-to-man. As Thompson had it for a moment, has it right now for Mascoma. Turns it over. Here's Stanchfield the other way for Kearsarge. Stanchfield goes through the lane. Layup, left it short, no good. Mascoma able to run. Seiler with it. Seiler turns on the Jets. Stops in the lane, throws up a shot, left it short, no good. Gets his own rebound. Gets through the double team, and he traveled with the basketball. Turnover by the Royals, and here comes Kearsarge the other way with it. Seiler not too happy. 6:17 to play here in the second quarter. A 19-10 lead for Kearsarge. Carl with it, guarded by Seiler. Man-to-man defense by the Royals. Carl still with it. At the foul line, gives it off to Jala, who's been quiet here to start the second quarter. 3 ball is up and good, though, by Flanders. He hits the 3. Now trying to answer is Thompson. Left that one short for Mascoma. Gets his own rebound and an offensive foul. Jala got the position underneath the bucket, and another turnover by the Royals. And they're falling apart slowly here in the second quarter. 22-10. Kearsarge on top with 5:55 to play in the second quarter. It has just not gone the Royals' way. Other than the first 3 or 4 minutes, Mascoma has been struggling. Little 2-man game right here between Carl wearing number 3, and now firing the 3 is McCarthy for Kearsarge wearing number 35. That's no good. Stanchfield gets tied up. A little bit of frustration as he and Peavy for Mascoma were fighting for the ball. Jump ball, possession arrow points the way of the Royals. Royals moving right to left in their home white jerseys. Kearsarge in the blue jerseys. Right-hand side now dribbling up top is Thompson, the senior. Gives it off to Peavy. Left-hand side, here's Moulton. Gives it off, top of the key. A long 3 ball. That one is no good by Thompson with a rainbow shot. Left it short. Seiler, though, grabs the offensive rebound for Mascoma. Back up top. Thompson thinks about the 3 again. Kicks it off, left-hand side. Thompson now cross-court pass to Seiler. Seiler almost stepped on the sideline. He'll fire the 3. That one too long, and the rebound comes down to Carl for Kearsarge. Over the timeline, Seiler with a little reach-in. Does not get called. 5 minutes to play here in the second quarter. Kearsarge up by 12. Make it 15. Nope, not going to happen as that one was an air ball by Stanchfield. Battle for the rebound, and the Royals come away with it. 22-10, Kearsarge on top with 4:48 to play in the second quarter. Going in the lane, shot too hard. That one by Connor Thompson. Rebound, another whistle and a jump ball. And this time the Cougars will get it. Substitution now for Kearsarge, as Burhan Kaidon, a senior, will check in, and a timeout on the floor. We will take a timeout as well. 4:42 to go in the second quarter. Kearsarge 22, Mascoma 10. We're back after this on the Granite State Sports Network. Okay. Back here at Mascoma, 22-10. Kearsarge up on top of the Royals. 4:42 to play in the second quarter. Portions of today's game brought to you by Newport Chevrolet Buick GMC. They are a proud member of the Autosaver Group of family dealerships, home of the big deal. We'll tell you more about them in the next timeout. Timeout was called by Kearsarge, so both teams left with 4. Clock running, 4:30 to play in the second quarter. Kearsarge with the ball up by 12, 22-10. And the ball goes in the backcourt, and let's see, will Kearsarge pick it up? Yep, over to back call against the Cougars. Newport Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC vehicles. They have a variety of heavy-duty commercial upfit trucks and vans to help your business succeed. Find them online and on Facebook, and don't forget, you'll get the best price period on every vehicle they sell. Newport Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, John Stark Highway in between Newport and Claremont, New Hampshire. Seiler with the basketball, now kicks it up top to Connor Thompson. Off to Zach Thompson, the sophomore. Drives to the foul line, kicks it back off. Seiler, top of the key for a three. That's no good. And the Royals have been ice cold from beyond the arc so far this afternoon. Kearsarge with the ball. That shot's no good. Offensive rebound, though. Another three ball put up by Kearsarge. That one off the back iron, no good. Offensive rebound, layup too strong. Thrown up there by Reeve. And here come the Royals the other way. A couple of great opportunities for Kearsarge. They couldn't capitalize. Seiler takes it coast to coast. He's been quiet for most of the first half. He gets two, though, and he draws the Royals to within 10 points. Jala. Now back to Carl. Carl looking for the screen as he's guarded by Seiler. Left-hand side, McCarthy gets it stolen. 2-on-1 for the Royals the other way. Here's Thompson. Pull-up, jump shot. Good. Royals with a little bit of a run right now. As Silas Ayers, their head coach, says pressure him in the backcourt. Although Kearsarge looks like they'll get a free pass to bring it over the timeline. 3 minutes to play, second quarter. 22-14, Kearsarge with the ball and up by 8 points. Now off to the right-hand side. Here's Carl with it. Bounce pass, down low. Jala, layup, no good. Whistle and an offensive foul. And now a technical foul will be called against Jala for throwing the basketball at Zach Thompson. And he is not too happy. So 2:52 to play, second quarter, 22-14. Kearsarge up by 8 points. And it looks like a technical will be called against Kearsarge after the offensive foul was called against the junior George Jala. See what the referees are saying. Turn up our crowd mic, see if we can get an explanation. 9 fouls committed by Mascoma, 7 committed by Kearsarge. And this will be a technical assessed to Jala, so that's his third personal. And Seiler at the line to shoot the technical. Misses the front end, and will get one more.
Good, Ben.
Seiler at the line, and the next one does roll through.
Let's go, Ben.
Also, there was a 1-and-1 called. So now 2:45 to go here in the first half. Kearsarge in a little bit of trouble as that three ball from Mascoma goes astray. And so now Kearsarge will get it. Carl over the timeline. Cross-court pass, wide open, and driving in for an easy layup right there is Adam Reeve. So now the lead back up to 9 for Kearsarge. 24-15, 2:20 to play here in the second quarter. This is Thompson with it. Goes up and under. Layup too strong, no good. Offensive rebound by Moulton. Tries to go up with it, whistle. And the ball goes out of bounds, and Mascoma will still keep it. With 2:07 to play in the second quarter, 24-15, Kearsarge up by 9 points. Officials step in, have a few words with players from both teams right now. Moulton to trigger the inbounds pass. And that shot is no good by Ian Moulton, but he does get fouled by Carl. That'll be the team's 8th. 2 shots at the line coming for Mascoma. This is Ian Moulton, the junior, at the line to shoot 2. Foul was called against Carl, his first. First foul shot, rims around, no good. So both teams struggling at the foul line this afternoon. Moulton with one more. And that one rims out, no good. And the rebound comes down into the hands of Carl for Kearsarge. So Mascoma with an opportunity to draw themselves back into this ball game. Can't do so. And the ball goes off the leg of Moulton and Mascoma, so Kearsarge will inbound on the side court. 24-15, Kearsarge on top. 1:56 to play here in the first half. Man-to-man defense by the Royals. Here's a 3 ball by Stanchfield, and that is up and good. Another 3-pointer. 27-15 now. Kearsarge leads by a dozen points with 1:44 to play here in the second quarter. And a substitution now for Mascoma as Thompson goes off the court, and Michael Loynes comes in, a junior, for the Royals. Remember, Gabe Rock had to go out early in the second quarter because of foul trouble. Here's another 3. That one off the mark, no good as it's thrown up there by Zach Thompson. Kearsarge with the ball, up by a dozen points. Now off to the left-hand side. Pillsbury with it. Up and under move thrown by Reeve, and that one is no good. A wild shot there. Seiler with the basketball. Over to Zach Thompson. Thompson at the foul line, still dribbling with it. Zone defense by Kearsarge with a minute to play in the first half. Bounce pass this time goes to Ian Moulton. He'll fire a 3. That's good. First 3-pointer of the game for the Royals. And now they trail by 9. And a turnover by Kearsarge, and Mascoma will get it right back. And here comes Adrian McCarthy checking back in for Kearsarge as Adam Reeve will go to the bench. Both teams in the bonus for the final 53.5 seconds of the first half. Moulton. Here's Seiler with it. Seiler almost turns it over. It's recovered there by Loynes, and a whistle and a foul against Kearsarge. So another opportunity for Mascoma now. 1-1 at the line with 46.7 seconds to play. 27-18, Kearsarge leading. The foul was called against Chris Stanchfield, who's hit a few 3-pointers for Kearsarge. It's only his first personal. Both teams with 9 team fouls here with 46.7 left in the first half. Royals at the line. First one up and good. So Loynes will get one more for the Royals. Eyes it up. And it's good. So through the first 4 minutes of this second quarter, Mascoma's only had 1 point. Since then, they've had 10. 40 seconds to play. First half, 27-20. Kearsarge with the ball, up by 7. On the left-hand side, they swing it around. Carl now has it. Over to Grant. Now back up top to Carl. Carl in between the circles. 21 seconds to play in the first half. Carl driving in, now kicks it back out. Ball tipped into the hands of Stanchfield. He fires the 3. It's good. Tic-tac-toe. And the ricochet and the 3 ball by Stanchfield. Back up to a 10-point lead for Kearsarge with just 7 seconds to play in the first half. Seiler has it. 4 seconds to play. He'll fire a 3. That's no good. And the ball goes out of bounds, and Kearsarge with one last opportunity with 2 seconds to play here in the first half. Inbounds pass. It comes to Carl. He'll fire the 3 at the buzzer. And it's short and no good, and both teams will head to the locker rooms here in this Division III New Hampshire boys basketball playoff game at Mascoma High School. We will pause and take a timeout. Be back with a first half recap after these words. Kearsarge Regional 30, Mascoma Valley Regional 20. End of the first half here at Mascoma. We'll take a break and be back after these words on the Granite State Sports Network. If you need a hotspot, I can put my phone up, and that's what it is. Philly Dave is the hotspot, and Cleveland 16 is the password if it conks out again.
The hotspot is working now. I switched back.
Your hotspot.
Yeah.
Okay.
You might have to go to that.
Okay.
I usually come back with a minute left after halftime. I can come back with more if you want.
I'd say about 3 minutes.
So it's a good time to read the Royals boosters. I can come
Right.
back with like 3 minutes.
Yep.
So we can do that.
I'll do those to get those out of the way. Yep. Exactly.
Yeah, because those take forever.
Got another game we can heckle.
You looking like it going on over here?
Huh?
You looking like it going on over here?
I told you, don't get thrown out, damn it.
Yeah, so like 5 minutes. I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
Okay.
Minute 30.
Okay. Back here at Mascoma Valley Regional High School in West Canaan, New Hampshire, Division III New Hampshire boys basketball playoffs. It's Kearsarge with a 30-20 lead over Mascoma. Portions of today's game brought to you by the Mascoma Royals Booster Club, and we certainly thank them for their support right here on the Granite State Sports Network, and also with all the programs involved at Mascoma Valley Regional High School in the athletic department as well. And they do include the Bennett family of Aaron and Rob, the Clough family of Jen and Aaron, April Guinness, the Goulet family of Jason and Sarah, the Hammond family, Alan and Julie, the Hammerling family of Michelle and Andy, Amanda, Isabel, the Isham family, Lisa and Matt, David Marchetti, the Moulton family of Jen and Eric, and also Julie and Travis, the Pelton family of Kathy and David, also the Reno family of Bill and Bristol, the Seiler family of Jen and Mike, Marcy Seiler as well, the Smith family, Stephanie and Walt, the Stanford family, Andrea and Jonathan, the Stebbins family, Reagan and Steve, the Stewart family of Heather and Adam, and also the Thompson family of Danielle and Todd. ADW Builders, they have served the Upper Valley for the last 60 years with custom homes, renovations, kitchens, and more. For all your building needs, you can give them a call at 603-381-8641 or 603-304-9797. That's ADW Builders, building custom homes throughout the Upper Valley for the past 20 years. 603-381-8641 or 603-304-9797. And it's always time for pizza at Enfield House of Pizza, Route 4 in Enfield, New Hampshire. They offer a variety of exceptional food, fresh made in their kitchen, including pizza dough that they make daily from their own special recipe and their own secret sauce. Enfield House of Pizza offers box lunches for the teams to pre-order on away game days, and they deliver to the athletic bus right before it departs. Enfield House of Pizza, feeding Mascoma athletes since 1987. Enfield House of Pizza is located on Route 4 in Enfield. And if you want custom shirts made to order, you can check out locally owned and operated Mad Willie's Boutique on Etsy and Facebook. That is Mad Willie's Boutique, spelled MADD-WILLIES Boutique. For custom shirts made to order, it's Mad Willie's Boutique. Just about ready to start the second half of action here in Mascoma High School. The Royals trail Kearsarge 30-20. A couple players in foul trouble, and that's Gabe Rock for Mascoma. He's got 3. And also Connor Thompson with 2 fouls as well. So for Mascoma, they've got to stay out of foul trouble here in the second half. Kearsarge outscored Mascoma 16-9 in the first quarter and then 14-11 in the second quarter. And that gives them the 10-point lead. Both teams with 4 timeouts remaining for the rest of regulation. Mascoma will be headed left to right across your computer dial with 8 minutes up on the board as we start the third quarter of play. Zach Thompson with the basketball. He's out there along with Seiler. Also Connor Thompson, the senior. On the floor is Gabe Brock playing with 3 personal fouls, and then they give it off to Ann Moulton, who's the first to score here in the second half with a little layup off the left-hand side, and that draws Mascoma to within 8 points. For Kearsarge, they move right to left wearing their blue jerseys with gold trim. It's Jallo with the basketball, now hands it off to Grant. He'll fire a 3. No good. And Mascoma with the rebound. Stanchfield is also out there on the court for Kearsarge, along with Sam Carl and Nolan Grant. Royals with the ball, working along the perimeter. Connor Thompson gets it off to Seiler. Seiler now looking to take his man Carl off the dribble. Instead, will pass over to Thompson. Driving in, here's Rock with it, whistling a foul. And Rock, one of the taller players for Mascoma, remember, he was on the bench for almost all of the second quarter with 3 personal fouls. He'll go to the line to shoot 2 for the Royals. Foul was called against Chris Stanchfield. That's his second. Kearsarge's first here in the second half. First foul shot for the senior, Gabe Rock, is up and good. Rock with a few dribbles, second foul shot, up and good. So that brings Mascoma to within 6. They trailed by 10 at halftime. Kearsarge now with the basketball, man-to-man defense by Mascoma. With it is Carl, gives it off to McCarthy. McCarthy top of the key, now over to Jala. Jala having a bit of trouble, now kicks it back out. Kearsarge will reset. Left-hand side, here's McCarthy driving in, splits the defense, layup is good. Great move right there by Adrian McCarthy, the 6'1 junior, to put it up and in for 2. Now in the lane going up and under. He'll try it this time. That's Connor Thompson to no avail. And Kearsarge grabs the rebound. 32-24. Kearsarge with the ball. Up by 8 points. 6:30 to go in the second quarter. Offensive rebound pulled down by Jala, and now it's stolen away. And here's Mascoma on the run. Zach Thompson, layup, no good as he gets fouled by Sam Carl, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2. And that is the second team foul by Kearsarge here with 6:20 remaining in the third quarter. Zach Thompson, the sophomore, at the line. The foul was called against Carl. That's his second for Kearsarge. Foul shot up and good. One more coming at the line. Next shot, up and rolls in. It's good. 6-point lead for Kearsarge, 6:17 to play. Here in the third quarter, Carl with the basketball, guarded by Seiler. Backdoor cut to Stanchfield, and a whistle and a jump ball. Stanchfield got tied up by 2 Royals. They got all ball. Possession arrow points the way of Kearsarge here with 6:11 to go in the third. Stanchfield will inbound it. Gets it over to Carl. Carl back to Stanchfield. Back up top, McCarthy thought about the 3. It's stolen away. Here comes Mascoma the other way. Zach Thompson with it, the sophomore. Fakes on the right-hand side, now kicks it off to Connor Thompson, the senior. Back to Seiler, the junior. Now over to Zach Thompson once again. On the other side of the court, it's Rock with the basketball. 5:50 to play in the third. Rock looking for Seiler. Seiler looking to take Carl off the dribble. Goes in, whistling a foul. It's on the floor. Nolan Grant pleading his case, saying he got all ball. Referee disagrees, and for Grant, that's his third personal. Mascoma's third team foul. Kearsarge's third team foul. Mascoma hasn't been whistled for one yet. Seiler, first foul shot, good. And something different here in the second half that we didn't see in the first half, the Royals hitting at the foul line. Hopefully the announcer jinx doesn't play a part. Next one is good. Down to a 4-point lead for Kearsarge. 32-28, Cougars with the basketball. 5:40 to play here in the third. 3 ball up by Carl. That one off the mark, no good. Rebound hauled in by Zach Thompson. Quickly up ahead to Seiler for Mascoma. Seiler looking to take Carl Smith off the dribble. Now a layup in the lane. That's good. Wow, Connor Thompson wiggled his way through the lane, laid it up and in, and now the lead for Kearsarge, only 2 points, as the Cougars have called timeout. We'll take one as well. 5:21 to play here at Mascoma in the third quarter. Kearsarge 32, Mascoma 30. We're back after this on the Granite State Sports Network.
All right, we'll be back in 30.
Okay.
Change the pace.
Well, that's because nobody's in foul trouble anymore. They had to take them all out in the first half. That's why they started fading out. Back here at Mascoma Valley Regional High School in West Canaan, New Hampshire, along with Eric Spalding, our producer, cameraman, statistician, jack of all trades, I'm Dave Collins. Glad you could join us on this Saturday afternoon, NHIAA Division III Boys Basketball Playoffs. It was all Kearsarge in the first half, but Mascoma's crawled back in it. 5:21 to play in the third quarter. Kearsarge with the basketball. They lead just by 2 points now, 32-30. Hey, check out the Granite State Sports Network all week long and also nfhs.org. NFHS will have all the championship games for all the divisions in both boys and girls basketball here in New Hampshire on Saturday and Sunday. So check out Granite State Sports Network and nfhs.org for the schedule, times, and broadcasts. Couple of chances by Kearsarge. They couldn't convert. Here's Seiler the other way for Mascoma. They can tie or take the lead, but an offensive foul called against Ben Seiler, and we will go the other way. That's the first foul whistle against Mascoma here in the second half, and for Seiler, that's his first personal. Couple of substitutions ready to check in for Mascoma as Moulton and also Peavy wait at the scorer's table. Now with it for Kearsarge is Grant. Grant looking for someone to pass to. Bounce pass, it's knocked away, and Mascoma has it. So again, with this possession, the Royals can tie or take the lead. 32-30, Kearsarge up by 2. Mascoma with the basketball, 4:33 to play here in the third quarter. Seiler with it. 1-3-1 zone defense right now being employed by Kearsarge. Pass underneath, reverse layup is good. And we're tied at 32 as Gabe Rock lays it up and in with 4:20 to play in the third quarter. Remember, Rock was silent for most of the first half as he got in foul trouble. He still has 3 personals. Stanchfield fakes the 3 for Kearsarge. Now goes in, wild shot, no good, but he gets fouled on the jump shot and will go to the line to shoot 2 for the Cougars with 4:08 to play here in the third. Blocking foul is called against Gabe Rock, and that's a tough one right now because that's his 4th personal. One more, and Rock is gone. Stanchfield at the line. 2 shots. First one, up and in. Kearsarge retakes the lead, 33-32. Rock will have to go to the bench right now. He was already planning to do that. Silas Ayers was already ready to take him out. So Rock goes to the bench, and also Ann Moulton goes to the bench for the Royals. Back in for Mascoma is Peavy. And another sub, this time for Kearsarge. McCarthy will go to the bench, and Reeve checks back in. 4 minutes, 8 seconds to play, third quarter here at Mascoma. Kearsarge leading Mascoma 33-32. Chris Stanchfield, the junior, at the line for Kearsarge. Hits the second foul shot, 34-32, Kearsarge. Mascoma with the basketball. Gabe Rock, the senior, on the bench with 4 personal fouls. Thompson now, cross-court pass to Seiler. Has to Sky to get that, and a 30-second timeout called by Mascoma, so we'll keep it right here, and that leaves them with 3. Timeout on the court, 3:51 to play here in the third quarter, 34-32. Kearsarge with the lead by 2 points, Mascoma with the basketball, and we want to tell you about Newport Chevrolet Buick GMC. They are a proud member of the Autosaver Group family of dealerships and home of the big deal. They offer an extensive selection of new Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC vehicles, as well as a variety of heavy-duty commercial upfit trucks and vans to help your business succeed. You can find them online and on Facebook, and don't forget, you'll get the best price period on every vehicle they sell. Newport Chevrolet Buick GMC on the John Stark Highway in between Newport and Claremont, New Hampshire. So after the 30-second timeout called by Mascoma, each team with 3 timeouts left for regulation. 3:51 to play, third quarter, 34-32. Kearsarge with the lead by 2 points. But Mascoma with the basketball can tie or take the lead with this possession. 2 fouls committed by Mascoma so far in the second half, 3 committed by Kearsarge. But Gabe Rock with 4 personal fouls is on the bench for Mascoma, one of their leaders. Down low, underneath, spinning with it. Connor Peavy can't control the basketball. It's out of bounds, and they'll say last touch by Mascoma. Peavy doesn't like it, as he was fighting underneath with Jala, but Kearsarge has it. Inbounds pass, full court pressure being employed by the Royals. Kearsarge, can they get it over the timeline? Carl does as he passes up ahead to Grant. Grant down low to Jala. Jala tries to move his way in the lane. Stuck with the basketball, off to Stanchfield. Stanchfield underneath, and a blocking foul, and that's going to go against Cooper Peavy, a senior for the Royals, and that's team foul number 3. Stanchfield to inbound. Bounce pass, this time goes to Carl. Carl gets by a man, goes up in the lane, throws it up and in, counted, and the foul. Sam Carl, the junior, will go to the line for the old-fashioned three-point play opportunity. And just moments ago, we were tied at 32. Now a mini run here by Kearsarge. They can go up by 5 if Carl can convert at the line with 3:12 to go in the third quarter. Kearsarge up 36-32. Foul was called against Peavy. That's his second. And they mark it as team foul number 4 against Mascoma. In the front court now for Mascoma, it's Zach Thompson, the sophomore, over to Seiler. Now back to Thompson. Gives it off to Cole Moulton. Now on the right-hand side, dribbling towards the center is Thompson. 3-ball from the corner by Zach Thompson. Left it long, no good. Jala pulls down the rebound for Kearsarge. Over to Carl. Carl gets bumped off the ball, battle for it, and trying to call timeout as Kearsarge. Not going to happen. Up ahead to Seiler. Layup is good. Great hustle by the Royals to grab the ball, and good court awareness to pass it up ahead to Seiler, as the Royals are now within 3 with 2:32 to play here in the third quarter. Carl guarded by Seiler. Now over to Grant. Grant gives it off to Stanchfield. He's been hot from beyond the arc. Grant beyond the arc, left-hand side, over to Stanchfield, fires the 3-ball and left it short, no good. Battle for the rebound. Could have been an over-the-back foul. Still a fight for it, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Kearsarge. So Moulton right there, certainly the smaller of the two players, and Stanchfield was all over his back. But it's just out of bounds, and Mascoma will get it. 37-34, Kearsarge up by 3. Mascoma with the basketball, 2:05 to play in the third. 1-3-1 zone defense again being employed by Kearsarge. Wide open is Moulton in the near corner. They won't find him, though. Instead of 3 by Thompson. That one's off the mark. No good. Seiler grabs the offensive rebound, and the Royals will reset. Seiler right back in with a floater. Left that one short. Jala grabs the rebound and the whistle, and a foul called against Seiler.
That's a terrible call.
5 fouls called against the Royals. Seiler picks up his second. 1:47 to play in the third. Kearsarge with the ball, up by 3. 37-34. Shirt-to-shirt defense. Carl and Moulton going at it. Now here's Grant. Over to Jala, gets double teamed. Back out to Carl. 90 seconds to play in the third. Grant will reset for the Cougars. Loins all over him. Stanchfield tries to dribble in. Ball on the floor. Who's got it? Whistle, jump ball. Possession arrow points the way of Mascoma with 1:18 to play in the third. So the Royals again with a chance to tie if they hit a 3 here in the third. Mascoma hasn't led since about 6 minutes to play in the first quarter. They got close. They tied it at 32 earlier here in the third quarter, but they've been playing catch-up for most of the game. Cross-court pass, wide open. Moulton fakes the 3, dribbles in, fires the shot, no good. Kearsarge with the rebound as Grant hauls it in. Now in the backcourt, here's Carl with a little bit of trouble. Gets by his man. Carl going coast to coast. Kicks it off. Jala with an easy left-handed layup. Well, the Royals collapsed on him. Jala was left wide open. And now a 5-point lead for Kearsarge. We're down to 45 seconds to play. Seiler fakes a long 3. Got a screen. Gets it over to Zach Thompson. Now a 3-ball from the corner. That's up and in. Michael Loins answers the bell and brings Mascoma to within 2. 39-37 Kearsarge. 30 seconds to play in the third. Stanchfield on the right-hand side beyond the arc for Kearsarge. Top of the key. He stops. Throws it over this time to Carl. Carl gets it back after a little 2-man game with Grant. 17 seconds to play in the quarter. Stanchfield down low, fires a shot. Tough one, no good. Rebound comes down to Mascoma. And now a whistle and out of bounds. Ball was bounced off of Stanchfield. So again, the Royals can tie or take the lead with this possession. 11.4 remaining in the third quarter. 39-37 Kearsarge. Seiler with it. 7 seconds to play. Wide open underneath his loins. They couldn't find him, though. 2 seconds. And now someone's going to have to fire a shot. They don't get it off in time. Bad execution by Mascoma. And they'll go to the bench at the end of the third quarter, trailing by 2 points. Fourth quarter coming up next here from Mascoma High School at the end of 3. It's Kearsarge 39, Mascoma 37. We're back to West Canaan, New Hampshire after this. This is NHIAA Boys Basketball Playoffs on the Granite State Sports Network.
Come back in 10.
Okay.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Back here at Mascoma Valley Regional High School in West Canaan, New Hampshire, NHIAA Division III Boys Basketball Playoff action. 39-37, Kearsarge Regional leading Mascoma Valley Regional. Kearsarge will have the basketball up by 2. See some of the fans, Kearsarge bringing out some of their fans. Up 89 today. A couple of Mascoma fans to our right. Like to say hello to the fans at home, especially in Yardley, Pennsylvania. My nephew Anthony, mom and dad listening today. It's a lot warmer down there than it is here. 7:54 to play in the third quarter. Kearsarge up by 2, 39-37. They've got the basketball moving right to left in the blue uniforms. Stanchfield with it, guarded by Seiler. Now over to Grant. Back to Reeve. Over to Carl. Carl works against Moulton. Carl drives in, left-handed layup, good. Split the defense right there, and now Kearsarge up by 4, 41-37 with 7:25 to go in the fourth quarter. Both teams left with 3 timeouts for regulation. 5 fouls called against Mascoma, 3 called against Kearsarge. Shot goes off the side of the rim. And now Kearsarge will pick it back up. And Gabe Rock, number 0 for Mascoma, ready to check back in. Silas Ayers going to gamble with 4 fouls. Here's a steal. Here's Thompson to the hoop. Layup is good. And Mascoma now trails by 2. So Rock with 4 fouls for Mascoma, one of their better players, ready to check in. Here's a steer by Mascoma. Loins with it. Kicks it off to Thompson. Thompson thought about the 3. Seiler for the 3 and the lead. No good. Offensive rebound back to Thompson. Underneath the pass. This goes to Moulton. Layup no good, but he gets fouled and will go to the line. And Stanchfield, number 55 for Kearsarge, might have tweaked an ankle. And will have to go to the trainer. So that's a big loss temporarily for Kearsarge, as Stanchfield looking at his right. It looks like his Achilles on his left leg or his ankle. Foul was on the floor, called against Stanchfield, his 3rd. And now the pass goes inbounds to the Royals. Stanchfield really struggling he's out of view of our camera, but he's really struggling on the bench for Kearsarge. 3 ball up and good by Seiler. Mascoma takes the lead. 6:25 to go in the fourth quarter. 42-41 Mascoma. And their first lead since early on in the first quarter. Here's Seiler with it. And it looks like it could be a cramp as they're working on it. His left leg, Stanchfield, number 55 for Kearsarge, out of the game, and the training staff is working on his left leg, lower left leg, his calf muscle. Looks like he might have cramped up. Off to the left-hand side, another 3. That one rolls off the rim, no good. Battle for the rebound, and it's pulled down by Kearsarge. 5:45 to go in the fourth quarter. Mascoma 42, Kearsarge 41. 3 ball, no good. Rebound pulled in this time by Moulton. Off to Seiler, who hit the 3 ball a moment ago for Mascoma to put him ahead by 1. 3 timeouts left for both teams here in regulation. 5:30 to play. Turnaround, jump shot, good by Gabe Rock, who's playing with 4 fouls. And now the Royals lead by 3, 44-41. The This is Carl with it. Back up top, Carl gets it. Carl trying to take his man off the dribble, kicks it off, thinking about the three is Grant. Now Carl from the right baseline, shot too strong, whistle and a pushing foul against Mascoma, and that's team foul number 6. Stanchfield still on the bench for Kearsarge. As Nathan Camp, the coach, just asked him, are you all right to go in? Are you all right to go in? Not yet. Out of the game for Mascoma is Reno. Cole Moulton checks back in. Remember, Gabe Rock, number 0 for Mascoma for the Royals, playing with 4 personal fouls. One more and he's done. Carl now with the basketball. And a whistle and a timeout called by Kearsarge. We will take a break as well. Kearsarge with the basketball when we come back. 4:53 to go in the fourth quarter. Mascoma now with the lead, 44-41. We're back after this on the Granite State Sports Network.
Is it a fall?
I believe... No, I think it's 30.
All right, we'll come back next time.
Okay. $30. Welcome back to Mascoma Valley Regional High School. Here in West Canaan, New Hampshire, I'm Dave Collins, along with our producer, cameraman, and statistician, Eric Spalding. We've got 4:53 to play here in the fourth quarter. Mascoma has retaken the lead, 44-41 over Kearsarge. The foul was called against Connor Thompson of Mascoma a moment ago. That's his 4th, so he's got 4, and Rock has 4. 6 fouls called against Mascoma here in the second half, so 1 more and Kearsarge will be in the bonus, and that's an over and back violation. Carl caught it and glided in the air into the backcourt, so a turnover by Kearsarge, and Mascoma has it. Mascoma with 6 fouls, as I mentioned, 4 fouls committed by Kearsarge here in the second half. 3 timeouts left for the Royals, 2 left for the Cougars. 4:45 to play, fourth quarter. 44-41. Mascoma with the ball up by 3. Seiler trying to take Carl off the dribble. Goes up with a shot, too strong, and the rebound is pulled down, this time by Adrian McCarthy. McCarthy into the front court, over to Stanchfield, who checked back in. Remember, he was on the bench, cramping up on the lower left leg. Goes strong to the hole, rolls it up and in. Beautiful move by Chris Stanchfield, the junior for Kearsarge, and that pulls the Cougars to within 1 point. Moulton over the timeline. Seiler now with it. Over to Rock, playing with 4 fouls for Mascoma. Up top to Seiler. Left-hand side, it's Thompson with it. 4:05 to play in the fourth. Mascoma with the basketball, up by a single point. Moulton now gets it, guarded by Carl. Over to Seiler. Little rotation and movement here for Mascoma, and a whistle and an offensive foul. Oh, a turnover, a costly turnover by the Royals as they whistle Ann Moulton for the push. And that's his second personal, 7th for the team. So now for the rest of the way, with 3:55 to go in the fourth, Kearsarge will be in the bonus for the rest of this game. Oh, nice pass, and the layup down underneath to Sam Carl. It's good. Kearsarge back on top, 45-44. 3:33 to play in the fourth. Thompson now over to Rock. Rock gets double teamed, kicks it back out. Thompson still with it, drives in, gives a push, no call. Here's a 3, rims out, no good for Mascoma. Ball out of bounds, and last touch by the Royals. And Kearsarge will have it up by 1. 45-44, 3:20 to play in the fourth quarter. And a steal, this time by Zach Thompson. Layup is good. Royals back up on top, 46-45 with 3:10 to play. And now pressure in the backcourt by Mascoma. Carl gets double teamed, now gets it back. Pass goes astray, but Carl, the junior for Kearsarge, handles it well. They trail by 1, Kearsarge does. And the pass goes off the leg of Thompson. 2:54 to play in the fourth quarter. 46-45, Mascoma with the lead. They've got 3 timeouts left. Kearsarge with 2. And let's see who calls this timeout. The official approaches the bench. A full timeout, so we'll take one as well. 2:54 to play in the fourth quarter. Royals 46, Cougars 45. We're back after this on the Granite State Sports Network. Mascoma did.
Getting good.
Finally.
What'd you think of that push? The offensive foul?
I didn't see it. I didn't see it. It was off the ball, though.
Yeah.
Welcome back to Mascoma Valley Regional High School here in West Canaan, New Hampshire. Division III New Hampshire boys basketball playoffs. Winners are hoping to make it to the championship next weekend. 2:54 to play, fourth quarter. Mascoma with a lead by 1 point. 46-45, Kearsarge with the basketball. Mascoma just called timeout. Layup is good. Nice inbounds pass. They found Jala wide open underneath, and now Kearsarge up by 1. 47-46. 2:45 to go in the fourth. Both teams with 2 timeouts remaining. Royals have committed 7 fouls. Kearsarge only 4. So Kearsarge in the bonus for the rest of regulation. Seiler now with it for Mascoma. Gabe Rock is still playing, the senior. He's got 4 fouls for Mascoma. Thompson also has picked up 4 fouls for Mascoma as well. Here's Seiler with it. Gets the screen. Seiler drives in, goes in with a shot, and he traveled with the basketball. Turnover by Mascoma. And Silas Ayers, the coach, not happy whatsoever with the official who was way off the ball to make that call. So now the Cougars looking to add to their lead. 47-46. They have it in the front court. Double team and a steal by Mascoma. Now the Royals can take the lead. Bounce pass, that one goes astray. It's picked up though by Moulton, and a whistle and a pushing foul against Kearsarge. This will be on the floor though, so an inbounds pass for Mascoma as Kearsarge has committed their 5th foul. And it will be called against Adrian McCarthy, his 2nd. 47-46. Kearsarge up by 1. Royals with the ball can take the lead with this possession. Inbounds pass goes to Thompson. Thompson will fire the 3. That's off the mark, no good. And skying for the rebound is McCarthy for Kearsarge. Over to Stanchfield. Stanchfield, pressure defense by Thompson in the backcourt. Kearsarge breaks it though. Driving baseline with it is McCarthy. Dips it off. Layup is good. Nice job by Jala to get open underneath once again. And now it's a 3-point lead for Kearsarge. Here's Thompson driving and knocks his man down. Here's a 3 ball by Rock. Left it short, no good. Connor Thompson grabs the rebound. Over to Rock again. Now back out to Seiler, and Mascoma will reset. 90 seconds to play here in the fourth quarter. Thompson back to Seiler. 49-46. Kearsarge up by 3. Seiler off the dribble, takes a few steps, throws up a shot, no good. And the rebound hauled in by McCarthy. And a timeout called by Kearsarge. That will leave them with 1. And we will take a timeout as well. 76 seconds to play in regulation. Kearsarge with the lead and the ball. 49-46. We're back after this in the fourth quarter on the Granite State Sports Network. Back here in Mascoma Valley High School as Kearsarge has just called a timeout. That leaves them with 1 left for regulation. Mascoma with 2 left. 1:16 to play. Fourth quarter. Kearsarge with the basketball after the missed shot by Mascoma, and they're up 49-46. 7 fouls committed by Mascoma, 5 committed by Kearsarge. As the Cougars up by 3 right now. Don't forget, next weekend we've got all the championship games for basketball in New Hampshire, both boys and girls, on the NFHS network. You can find out more information at nfhs.org, or this same website you're on right now, Granite State Sports Network, will have the schedule for you as well. Backcourt pressure being employed by the Royals. Kearsarge looking to inbound. They do get it in this time to McCarthy. If Mascoma fouls, Kearsarge will be at the line for the bonus. Whistle and a reach-in foul by Rock, and if that's his fifth, he's gone. Oh, boy. Silas Ayers, the head coach, not too happy, but that is Rock's fifth personal foul, and he is disqualified, so he's done for the day and possibly for his career. So that'll be team foul number 8 against Mascoma, and now a 1-and-1 for Kearsarge as Carl will go to the line. 1:09 to play in the fourth, 49-46. Kearsarge up by 3. And Carl at the line to make it a 2-possession game. Back iron, no good. Battle for the rebound. Who's got it? Kearsarge grabs it. 3-ball by Stanchfield. Nope, he fakes it. And now gets it off to Carl. Smart move right there by Kearsarge. They don't need any buckets. They just need time drained off the clock because we're down to 55 seconds to play. Here's Grant with the basketball. Back to Stanchfield. Kearsarge with it. Up by 3. 49-46. And now finally a whistle with 48.2 seconds to go. That'll be team foul number 9 against the Royals. And that will go against Zach Thompson, his third personal. So another 1-and-1 situation here for Kearsarge. Stanchfield at the line. Remember, he was out for a few minutes in the fourth quarter as he cramped up. His calf muscle cramped up. He had to go to the bench. First foul shot is good. Now it's a 4-point lead for Kearsarge. 2 timeouts left for Mascoma, 1 left for Kearsarge. Stanchfield at the line for the second half of the 1-and-1. It's good. Kearsarge up by 5, 51-46. Royals need a bucket quickly. Doesn't matter if it's 2 or 3, they just need points. 40 seconds to play. Here's Thompson with it. And now a whistle and a timeout called by Mascoma. We'll keep it right here. 37.9 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. Both teams with 1 timeout left. Mascoma with the basketball trailing by 5. 51-46, and we'd like to thank the sponsors of today's game and all season long here at Mascoma, including way back in the fall when we had football and here for basketball season. And those sponsors do include Newport Chevrolet Buick GMC, home of the big deal on the John Stark Highway in between Newport and Claremont, Enfield House of Pizza on Route 4 in Enfield, ADW Builders. You can call them for more information for all your building needs at 603-381-8641 or 603-304-9797. Also the Royals Athletic Booster Club, and as I mentioned, Enfield House of Pizza, Route 4 in Enfield. We thank all the sponsors for their support of the games here on the Granite State Sports Network throughout the season for Mascoma Valley Regional High School. So after the timeout called by the Royals, both teams left with 1 for regulation. Clock running, 35 seconds to go. 51-46, Kearsarge up by 5. Mascoma needs some points right away. Thompson now with it, over to Seiler. Seiler taking his sweet time looking for a screen. Seiler drives in, throws it away, out of bounds, and that could just do it. Seiler asking for a deflection, not the case, and now Mascoma's going to have to foul right away. It was thrown right to Gabe Rock, but unfortunately, he fouled out a few moments ago and wasn't eligible to catch the pass, and now a whistle and a foul. And a jump ball. Okay. So Mascoma will get the ball back with 20.5 seconds left as the possession arrow points their way. Down by 5, 51-46. Royals to inbound. Seiler gets it. Here's Thompson with it. Thompson down low, and the layup is no good by Moulton. He had an easy layup, and he couldn't convert. And now Kearsarge will grab the basketball up by 5. Mascoma needs to foul, and there's 7.1 seconds left, and we finally get a whistle. And that'll be the 10th team foul against Mascoma. So Kearsarge at the line to shoot 2 the rest of the way. And this will be George Jala. He's been pretty quiet, but I can tell you this, when they've needed him, he's stepped up for some easy layups. And the first foul shot, back iron, front iron, falls through. It's now a 6-point lead for Kearsarge. Second foul shot, left it short, no good. Gets his own rebound, goes back up. All ball on the block And this will just about do it as Zach Thompson fires the three at the buzzer. It's no good, and Kearsarge advances. The Cougars come here to Mascoma and knock off the Royals. The final score, 52-46. And Kearsarge moves on in the New Hampshire Division III boys basketball tournament as they come over and salute the select fans that have taken the ride up I-89 here to West Canaan, New Hampshire, as it's Kearsarge that is moving on by a final score of 52-46. We'll take a final timeout and be back to wrap things up after these words. 52-46, Kearsarge over Mascoma. We're back after this on the Granite State Sports Network. Since they're done, what I'm going to do is just read through all the sponsors with all their spots, since it's the last time they're going to be on air this season. Okay. The final score, 52-46. Kearsarge defeats Mascoma here today in West Canaan, New Hampshire, on Mascoma's home court. Mascoma started out strong with an early lead in the first quarter, but then got into foul trouble, specifically Gabe Brock, who eventually fouled out of this ball game. Mascoma had a lead momentarily in the fourth quarter, but Kearsarge just too much today, and they will advance as they defeat Mascoma by a final score of 52-46. We want to thank all the sponsors, and we'll definitely let you know. We thank them for their support all season long here on the Granite State Sports Network, supporting Mascoma Valley Regional High School athletics. And they do include Newport Chevrolet Buick GMC, located on the John Stark Highway. They are home of the Big Deal in between Newport and Claremont, New Hampshire. Also want to thank Enfield House of Pizza. Remember, Enfield House of Pizza feeds the athletes of Mascoma on their away games. They drop off the lunches. And you can pick up something to go right now at Enfield House of Pizza on Route 4 in Enfield. ADW Builders for all your building needs in the Upper Valley, custom homes, renovations, kitchens, and much, much more. You can call ADW Builders at 603-381-8641 or 603-304-9797. Also want to say thank you to Mad Willie's Boutique. You can find them on Facebook and Etsy for custom t-shirts. Mad Willie's Boutique, spelled MADD-WILLIES. Also want to thank the Barney Insurance Agency, Gen Y Creative, Jake's Market and Deli. That's where we stopped on our way over here today. They've got locations throughout the Upper Valley in both Vermont and New Hampshire. MTD Building Contractors, Proctor's General Store, a frequent stop of mine too on Route 4A in Enfield Center, and Vanessa Stone Real Estate. Also want to thank a huge thank you to the Mascoma Valley Regional High School Athletic Booster Clubs. Thanks to the families who have some athletes on some of the teams here at Mascoma. But that will do it for Mascoma as they get upended today, 52-46 by Kearsarge, and the Cougars will move on in the Division III boys basketball playoffs in New Hampshire. A reminder, you can check our website, granitestatesportsnetwork.com, same one you're watching this on right now, for the schedule of upcoming playoff games. And the New Hampshire Basketball Championships and Hockey Championships are coming up next weekend, both Saturday and Sunday. We'll have those games for you on our sister site, nfhs.org. That's nfhs.org. You can check for the schedule on both that website and the Granite State Sports Network. And we have got the games Division 1, 2, 3, and 4 for basketball, both boys and girls, next weekend right here on nfhs.org. I'd like to say thank you to our producer, Eric Spalding, also our executive producer, Dan Salzer. My name is Dave Collins. Final score for the final time here from Mascoma Valley Regional High School in West Canaan, New Hampshire. Kearsarge on the road comes in and upends the Royals. Final score, Kearsarge 52 and Mascoma 46. Have a great afternoon, everyone, and we'll talk to you next weekend for the NHIAA basketball playoffs. Thanks for watching high school basketball on the Granite State Sports Network.
So I just killed it.